So that's a little bit off topic, but I think it's I had to vent this out here. I don't know, without insulting anybody here, but how dumb is the World of Tanks community really? I don't think everybody's dumb. I think that lots of people are awake, and I see that on the chat. And I mean, if you ever think that wargaming is doing anything which would be beneficial for you playing this game, no, this is not going to happen. So the best thing is, I mean, and what happens to these YouTubers? Do they sell their soul just to get get World of Tanks running on YouTube? Find a job and live a free life. Man, don't bow down to this crap. This rubbish. This is a swear-free channel. Usually I do Linux and FreeBSD and stuff like that, and of course some World of Tanks, because they're always forcing my hand here. It's just dreadful. I play the game since 2012. I keep the account active because I hope more earlier or later that they go to prison and that the player base will be protected and the game comes into less crooked hands, less criminal hands, in my opinion, from my experience. So when people say, oh, premium ammo is rebalanced, what the heck, guys? Don't you understand? It's the typical normal money grab. So what they do is, look, they buffed armor so that you couldn't penetrate any tank anymore with reliable without gold armor, what we called gold armor, right? So that made people, for what reasons ever, I would never do that, spend money to buy premium armor, or this gold armor, to shoot and play to win, right? What they do with the premium armor rebalancing is nothing else than pay more to win now. Yeah? It's nothing good for you. Yes, they removed the gold, because now you you have to buy credits, which gets you more expensive, to buy special armor, which does less damage. That means you have to shoot more. That means they're making more money. That's all there is. Guys, these are the Emperor's new clothes. The Emperor was naked, and just because these guys said, oh, if you can't see it, you're stupid. No, guys, if you can't see it, maybe you're too good willing. I don't actually think that the World of Tank community is stupid, except these paid trolls, you know, they all show up in forums. I'm lifetime banned in the forum, of course, and in the chat, why do you play then? I said, okay, refund my Prem tanks, and I won't ever again. But then they shut up, and usually their performance, these big mouses' performance, is so bad. Yeah, they're so bad players. So don't you worry, if you are introvert or more quiet at this time, don't you worry, you're not the stupid guy, that's for sure. So, special armor means pay more to win now. That's all there is. If you can do, let's say, before you did 500 damage, now you do 300 damage, that means you have to shoot more of the special armor, right? Which you need credits for, which you have to buy then, because, I mean, I never have to, because I have a few premium tanks, and my performance, despite my win rate is actually pretty good. I go out with 2 to 3, 4k damage. Most of the time I'm in the top 5. So I could afford, but I resist. I really very seldom shoot gold. And my win rate is so bad because I would think there are days where out of 20 games opt out of 19 with YOLO, cliff jumping, drowning, artillery suicide, and Alt F and F4. I'll just go out of the game, because if it's rigged, and you can see that most times in the first minute, I just opt out. I don't need to attend a predetermined game. It's not a game, it's a predetermined show. Yeah, and it's usually visible that if it is rigged against your team, you can fully aim 10 meters from a light tank away with a tier 8 tank, and you hit it at the weakest spot ever, and you can't pen or hit. Yeah? So that is when the game is rigged against your group. And your whole group suffers the same thing. This is not a personal thing. This is just, you know, from a company which thinks that team killing is a skill. It is really not. It's the most cowardly thing you can ever do. However, so if it is rigged in your favor, you can jump over obstacles and shoot, and you hit and pen all the time. You do the most acrobatic shots and the hit and pen all the time. And you win every brawling. Because they can't pen, you can, and you hit at at the most vicious angle you hit these people. Just aim in a general direction, you hit and pen, bang. And then you win games like 15-3, 15-2. If it's really bad, 15-5. Yeah, if you're in the other set, you will lose games like 2-15, 3-15. If you're really good, 5-15. And those games you don't have to attend. Usually just drown your tank, jump off a cliff, which is fun actually. Or press Alt F4. I press Alt F4, get a cookie, get a hot chocolate, get a coffee. Sometimes I Google around a little bit. It's just a few minutes because these games are super fast. Because your team can't shoot anybody. They can't shoot, they can't pen, they have no chance to do anything. So that's why they got rolled up so quick. So you don't have to do much. You just get a coffee, do something, press Alt 4, get out. Yeah, and that's what it is. So if you think that the current situation is bad, I mean, since the arrogance and money grab kicked in, I think in 2013, 14, every change has been worst for the player base and money-wise good for wargaming. And I despise the greed, what I see from these creatures. It is disgusting to me, yeah? If something is offensive, that it really is. And yeah, of course, the law doesn't kick in because they like the tax, but hey, they don't pay tax. They're in Monaco, right? Or somewhere else where you don't have to pay tax. So, what do we do? You do always crap. You're a rubbish management team and you all belong to prison for the ways you do your business. Cheating, lying and deceiving in my country it's a crime. And you should go to prison, right? Is there not somebody in the US going to prison for lying? I don't know why all the politicians are still free. That's a different thing. So, special ammo, 25 to 30 less. That means you have to shoot more. Just translate it right for you. Don't believe the nice words. They always pack it in nice words, the PR crap. And if you hear these YouTubers, oh no, the IS-3A, how dare you? That tank, I bought it, actually, on shame on me, when it came out. And it was fraud. It was absolutely useless. It was a nightmare to play. It was nowhere near an IS-3. So now you can actually do something with it, but not too much. You can do something with it. You can play, and it plays now. Let's say the autoloader covers the weakness this tank has, and it has lots of weakness. It's too slow. The armor is not like the IS-3 armor and stuff like that. So at least you can do some damage before you got taken out from a tier 10, right? 357. So having said all this, I just want to put that right here because I don't have a YouTube channel living from, and I don't have to bow down what Wargaming says. And usually I don't do anything for Wargaming except pointing out their, in my opinion and experience, crooked business strategies. To me, this is so disgusting, and other companies, they showed how it should be done, and it works. So, but I don't know, they live in a cave age, I think, because they still think hitting people with a bat on a head is it's a legitimate good business strategy. I cannot believe when I see these YouTube channels. Oh, IS-3, how dare you, YouTube? You have been no, not Wargaming. You have been so bad, and there's running somebody like Circumflexes or whatever his name is, and if you see, he has a mod running for auto aim. He could just clicks in a general direction on the end of the map and he auto aims on you. This is it. I have to actually get the rectangle on your tank to auto aim. They don't. They just click in the general direction and bam, you're auto aimed. Yeah. So that's an easy game. If you have a light tank, you just circle people because you auto aim everybody very quick. I have to do work for this. I have to get the rectangle on the tank because I don't use that mod. I use actually nothing. I just use the bear game. Which it's not really a game, it's kind of a profile the player base and rips them off application. That's what it is. So, but I still keep my account alive because I believe earlier or later they go to prison, and when they go, I trust that they will whoever puts them in prison will protect the player base, and then the game goes in less crooked hands, and maybe they show then how they're supposed to be, like it started. When they were listening to the player, they didn't do crooked stuff. Now it's disgusting. It's absolute disgusting. And I understand that tons of players give up already in the beginning and never go for the Polish line. That is one of the money grab lines. I feel so sorry for people who get trapped. I mean, yeah, I'm one of the people. You know, I figured out too late when it was rigged, and I spent too much efforts in it. So, and as I said, now I keep my account alive, so that those people, when they go to prison, the player base will be hopefully saved, and then it goes in non-crooked hands. Might take another year, I don't know. The game here seems to be dying. I mean, not seems to be, it's guaranteed dying. And I told Wargaming that I do everything I can to make people aware of what they do and hopefully close their game. And I seem to be very successful because I'm not the only one doing it. Yes, I'm lifetime banned, but I've got tons of social platforms where I say my stuff and share my experience. And it seems to work. So lots of people say, no way. I'd rather go somewhere else. And there's lots of somewhere else out nowadays. So, this was my little eye-opener for those who get blinded by nice words from public relation. Don't believe a thing they say, just read what it means. We will reduce the damage output of special ammo by 25 to 30% because they don't want you to relate special ammo to money. Now you relate it to credits, but credits for players who are not that good and need to shoot special ammo all the time, they have to buy credits because they will not make any credits, right? So they have to buy credits. It's still money related. It's still pay more to win now, because now you have to pay 25 to 30% more to do the same damage. That's all there is, guys. Please wake up. Do not throw your money in a business which seems to have everything else than your best interest at heart. Yeah, it's really, really not worth it. So, okay, this was it. That was, sorry, my Linux community. That was out of subject usual. You know, I do every now and then something like that, right? So, yeah, I will upload that video, and I hope that some wargame people, players, find this and figure out, yo, you know what? That's all bullshit. BS they're telling us here. And they just grub deeper in our pocket. So don't. Refuse to shoot gold. I hardly ever shoot gold, ever. I mean, if I shoot gold, it's below 5% in a year. Not even 5%. It's far less. Yeah. So, like, if you have a tier 8 tank in a tier 10 game, and you can't pen anything like, you get the TVP, the Czech tank. You hardly can pen anything with that. So if there's nothing I can pen, I get out of the game. Because what I'm supposed to do there, I'm not shooting gold. If I can spot, I spot. But if there's nothing I can do anymore, jump cliffs, drown it, do something like that. Because most times you will figure out, because you have a tank which can't do anything, you will end up figuring this out already when the game says your team 5 kills and the enemy team killed already, I don't know, 12, yeah, or 10. Then you figure out, oh yeah, dang it, this is it. That's anyway a rig game, because there's many ways to rigging, but most of the time they're using RNG. That's not random, guys. Don't ever believe this is random. No way. No. It is so many times proven by so many people with so many examples. No, it is not random. I would win, if that would be random, I would win in 4 weeks 3 times in lottery. Every 1 to 3rd week I win in lottery. So, yeah. Okay, this is it, guys. That was out of topic for me, but I had to vent it, or not vent it. Make you aware, guys. Wake up. Don't spend your money there. Yeah, really don't. Play for free, but now you almost have no chance anymore to get to higher tiers, because what are you going to do? 357, you got screwed over all the time. You got no chance to progress into a tier 9 or 10 tank. Once you got tier 9, 10, you will be okay. But if you're below, I grind a few tanks. I got already before then to the tier 8s. And grinding tier 8 tanks is a nightmare. So I hardly grind. Usually I go with higher tanks out, so I don't have 357, or I have it, but I'm the one who's steamrolling people if the game is not rigged against me. Otherwise I can't do anything. I had situations that I shoot with I think a tier 9, I shoot the Spig from the side, very close up, fully aimed, Spig standstill, and I bounce off with Oh, the tier 8 premium stroller is STRV S1 that TD, right? 283 pen. You don't pen a big tank, a light tank. No way. These are just numbers. It's the same as the specification for tanks. If you want anything faster than a German light tank and with better camo, better gun handling and huge pen and huge 10 times better than a German light tank, get a Russian medium tank. You have better camo, you have better guns, you shoot and hit all the time. I mean, if it's not rigged against you. And yeah. So the bias is already bad, you know. I mean, bias I can live with, that is just a sign of normal stupidity. But the greed now with stupidity and arrogance mixed and thinking that people are so stupid and buy everything that they crap out of their brain, no thank you. Really not, no. Wargaming, let me tell you, you're not smart. And I refuse to think that criminal intelligence would be some kind of intelligence. It actually is not. It just shows the opposite, right? Okay, so this is it. But I mean, you would need social skills. Where would they get them from, right? Where would they get them from? All right, because they got rid of the social skills people. That was the beginning. That was the people who created World of Tanks. And then the elbow fighters came in and took it over and ruined it. Now I'm waiting for them to go to prison and that the player base gets saved and the game goes into less crooked hands. And then it will run nicely again. But until then, they ruin it. Let's see what they do and hope that they get the consequences very quickly. I mean, yeah, they lost their player base. Now they have to put bots in. You know, they're just stepping backwards. But they don't realize that. They seem to not understand that especially the North American community doesn't think team killing is a skill. And we are not fond of rigged games where it is predetermined before you even start your game. Right? And we do not like the power grip and the obvious greed, and that makes us throw up. So we all have a bucket next to our computer and it stinks. So that's why we play less and less and less and less and less, and lots of people don't play at all anymore. So in that case, I'm the stupid guy because I'm still running, but I do that in hope that soon they go to prison and that the player base will be saved so that not their time investment and some invest lots of money, that they don't lose all their stuff, right? Because I think that a government should kick in here. So, that's what I believe. However, because they regulate everything, right, there is no democracy. It's not that if you're against something, yes, you can, in a democratic country, you can say 1 week something against it, maybe 2. And then they say, okay, we heard you now, get along with you because we have to do what we do anyway. And if not, we send the police or the army and beat you up. Right? Like in France. Isn't the police to protect and serve the folk? So the folk says we don't want that guy because he's really working against the folk. Can we please remove him? And the police comes and the military comes and beats the folk up. What? Do these police people and the military people forget that they are the folk too? I don't know. I mean, I feel like an alien on this world here. Not the Mandela effect. It's just what people do. Is there no more thinking going on? I mean, when I was in the army, we decided if there's a demonstration, we are not going to against our own folk. No way. That's not going to happen. But yeah, I hate politics. I don't want to be involved in politics. I'm just thought I highlight a little bit here what has been done from World of Tanks. There are no great news. There are no changes. It's the same. It changes to pay more for win. That is the change. Yeah. Okay, so this is it, guys. I cut that video off. There's a big van and some 2 people in black are in my door and I feel dizzy. I'll upload that video quick. Okay, guys, have a good day. Oh, and soon there will be again Linux videos coming out. And but I got to the topic when I load it up. Okay, guys. Hope you have a Merry Christmas. See you soon. Bye, 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 bye.